announcement. It is next Friday, August 22nd. We are going to have a coffee and ribbon cutting at Total Performance. That's the old Menega building down kind of under the, just past the viaduct on the west side. I'd like to see all of you there. This morning I'm going to introduce Dan Smith, or actually I guess I'm introducing him right now. Dan Smith from Quakerdale. He's going to tell us a little bit more about Quakerdale and what they do and what they do. I'm also going to present him with, well, it says the first dollar of clear profit, but they're a non-profit organization, so we might have to take a Sharpie to that, but I would like to present this to Dan. And that, we'd like to hear what Dan has for us.
Well, we will take this and we'll put it in the incubator, and hopefully it'll just grow and grow and grow. So, thank you. Yeah, thank you so much for welcoming us to the community. We're excited about being here. We're excited about what the Lord is allowing us to do to come alongside and really help Carroll be a place where it's the ideal place to live. Every one of the communities where we're working, we want people to know that you're cared about, that you're known, and that if you have a need, the community itself will rally itself to help you have that full life that God's promised us. So thank you very much. It's a pleasure to be here. Any questions that you guys have? The table is full of all the different things that we have, so go ahead and pick a brochure or whatever you have. And then, like I said, these packets are about the network if you're interested. And these are the contact cards that we pass out. So if you want a set of those things, you can have those too. Okay.
Dan, could you just tell them a little bit? I guess most of us around here are probably most familiar with the facility in Manning. Could you just tell them a little bit about the size and scope of that?
Okay. We did a little bit that at 8. We do 2,500 services a year. 1,500 of those are with state contracts. 10,000 of those are independent of that. We serve 66 of the 99 counties of Iowa and 4 other states. Our goal in 2017-18 ministry season is to do 6,000, 4,200 private and 1,800 by the state. The reason for that is that it's getting really, really hard to do work with the state with the monies that they get. And they're making a lot of changes that we're a little concerned about as far as the in-home health. I understand the budgets, things that they're trying to do there. And so what we want to do is we're trying to position ourselves so that we can say, you know what, it doesn't matter how much that you have to give. We're here to help. And we've taken the opportunity to make sure that we have the donors, that we have the endowment to go ahead and fund the whole ministry that we do through the state. So we can continue it on and on and on and on. That's our commitment. But the only way we feel like we do that is we got to let people know within the communities, and we got to increase our presence and stuff that we're doing on the private side, so that can provide the dollars to subsidize what we're doing through the state. So that's a little bit about us. We've got a ranch. We've got a basketball program, equine assisted learning, equine assisted therapy, Hope for Healing Family Services, a women's transitional living home in Marshalltown, and we have 2 academies. A residential academy in New Providence, and then a commuter academy in Pleasant Hill. The interesting thing about that one is that's a referral only. So the kids that come from there have been referred by some sort of a community agency and said these people are showing potential leadership, and we're training them to be servant leaders within their peers. They come as 6th, 7th, or 8th graders to the academy, and then they're reintroduced back into either the private or the public school system as a freshman with the intention of being an influence for their peer group and building relationships with all the different agencies that are there. So they're trying to get them to be proactive with their peers and helping them find the resources that they need, so that there's more than gangs, there's more than drugs, there's more than these other things that are out there. There are real people. Here's who they are. Here's the face that they have. I know them. Let me take you to them. And so we feel like instead of it being mandated, instead of this umbrella over here, what we want to do is we want to mobilize a generation of 6th, 7th, and 8th graders to begin that process with the support of a church pastor or a community organization like Big Brothers Big Sisters to make a difference in their generation before they graduate from high school. Hopefully they take that on with them, and that'll help them determine who they're going to be and what they're going to be when they enter college. So that's just a little bit about Quakerdale and what we do. If it doesn't exist, we'll try to find it or we'll create it. But we don't want to duplicate. So the way that we would function in Carroll is completely different than the way that we do in Manning, than what we would do in Des Moines, and whatever. So we do not want to duplicate, but we do want to make sure that everybody gets the resources that they need. Okay?